What's going on, YouTube? Cap24 here, coming back with another play that we're doing for our scheme this week. And this one's going to come out of the second formation that we're doing, which is called Gun Doubles Y Off Week. And we've shown you a bunch of dink and dunk plays the last couple of days. Now I'm going to show you a bomb play that we call a shot type play, where we know somebody's in a specific coverage. Maybe they're running cover 2 all game long, and you want to take a shot over the top to get a one-play score. We like to have those in our guides just to make sure that you have that ability to not just stay, 5-6 yards all the way down the field or whatever the case may be. So we're going to look at this play called PA Bubble Y Over, and we're going to show you how you can have a one-play score touchdown when somebody plays cover 2 against you. So what we're going to do with this is we're going to put this defense with a middle linebacker in a deep blue, and then we're going to show you basically what we like to do with this, okay? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to block both our tight end and our running back. And then we're going to motion our tight end to the left and put the X on a comeback, okay? Now what's going to end up happening, if you didn't notice it already, I'll show you in the second example. The B receiver moves out to the right about 2 steps, and that's really going to help us out with being able to go over the top. Now what we're going to do, we got this defense in that cover 2. Now what we do as well with this play is we double check to see if they like to reset their cloud flats. What do I mean by that? If you're in a 4-by-1 formation, meaning there are 4 receiving threats to one side of the quarterback and only 1 to the opposite side, those players are going to man activate. In order to turn off the man activation, what you do is you do underneath over the top coverage. This play gives us a good indication, especially early in the game, if your opponent's doing that. So if they do that, the player will not follow the B down the field and basically give you this one-play score opportunity with or without that, but it's at least a a temperature check to see what they do on defense, right? And let me show you basically what we like to do with it. You're going to see that the B is going to get all the way down the field, and we're going to be able to bomb this over the top of this player either with a bullet pass or a majestic throw. That time I just want to show you that a bullet pass will get there. And this time what I'll do is make sure that I show you that we can throw the majestic throw over the top. So again, watch what happens when we move this A over. See how the B goes to the right a little bit? We're going to block both players, and then what we're going to do is put this X on a comeback. And again, what you're going to see is that this B is going to get down the field. He's going to be able to get over the top. This time we're going to throw a touch pass over there. Just make sure you rat catch it for the one-play score. It's going to be really consistent for you, especially if you are going against different players that don't have a really speedy middle linebacker, or somebody who doesn't back that middle linebacker up, which right now in Madden 19 I'm finding that it's a lot more common that people are getting lazy, where in Madden 18 they knew that they're susceptible to bomb plays over the top. I got to move my middle linebacker back, or whatever the case is. This year, you're not seeing a lot of people go deep. It's kind of a, throwing 5, 6, 7 yard routes all the way down the field. This is something that to keep them off guard. Now, if they do send heat and maybe you don't have enough time, even though this is max protection, where you're going to have 6 players, actually, you're going to have 7 players blocking for you. You do have another option on this play that I really like, where what you're going to do is you're going to move this guy over, and you're going to look at the Y receiver, okay? We're still going to block our RB. And the Y receiver is going to bubble screen up the field. You can throw it to him and get yourself a good 6 or 7 yards. That comeback will hold back cover 2. Remember, this is a shot play, meaning this is a cover 2, knowing that they're in cover 2. If somebody's going back and forth, cover 3, cover 2, mixing in different things, by all means, this isn't a play that you're going to go to, because this is one that you're going to go to when you have seen their setups, you've seen what they're doing, you have in your audibles, and you're saying, you know what, it's time to make the shot play, right? So you'll see here that this player bubble screens out, he goes up the field, you're going to be able to throw it to him, so he catches at the 5-yard mark, gets about 8 yards because we're able to pass lead him up, because that comeback was able to drive back that cloud flat literally about 10-15 yards. You catch that up, and you'll be able to get that yardage. Now, this is a right hash mark only play. You could always flip it and go the opposite way with it, but you don't want to run this on the left hash mark if you're going to run this stock, okay? Now, what I'm going to show you here is I'm not going to reset the cloud flats. What does that mean? It basically means that I'm just going cover 2. I'm not resetting them by going underneath over the top coverage, because I want to show you that the player on the right will go ahead and follow the B receiver as if he man activates, okay? So that's a good indication that if we want to use different plays and different schemes as the the game goes on, we'll know this guy doesn't, go ahead and reactivate it. So we're going to be able to use some different route combinations to our advantage as the game goes. So watch what happens here. I didn't do that. So the player on the B is going to follow him, right? And you can still throw this over the top. It's not like you're not going to be able to still do it. It's just a matter of you're going to get a trail. Okay, let me show you what I mean by that. That's what you want to do when you're scheming, is check to see what your opponent knows and what he does not know. He should know if he's a talented player or if he's a little bit more of a skilled veteran, that if you see 4 receivers on one side, you should definitely reset that so that way you don't get people out of position. Well, in this case, I'm showing that maybe someone doesn't know that, and if you're new to the channel and maybe don't know that, it's definitely something that you want to do. But watch what happens to this cornerback. He's now going to run with him, and you can see because of the way man activates, he's really not a factor because he's going to be behind the player. So we're going to get the same result. Obviously, that guy isn't going to really catch up with him because of the way that skinny post works. I find that that player actually gets in the way of the defenders a lot when he trails like that. If you can see here, he kind of didn't do it here, but sometimes he'll get in the way of those 2 players by crashing into them, kind of slowing them down. See how that could work right there? And, kind of give you even a little bit more of a benefit. So that's kind of one of those things that the reason why we show you this is because we want to make sure that sometimes the reason why you do things during the game is not just because of the play, it's really to find out what your opponent is doing so you can attack accordingly as the game progresses. Obviously this is a shot play. If I find out that, if I connect on it, great. If I connect on it and know that he doesn't reset his clouds, that's great. If I show that he does reset his clouds, that's something that I want to know as well. So it's something that I'll try early in the game, especially if I know that they're doing cover 2 a lot. And, maybe a favorable down and distance, maybe 2nd and 2, something to the fact where I know that if I've got an opportunity to go for a one-play score, it's not going to hurt me too much. You're going to have full protection. See how you have, all those guys because you've got 7 protected. And we really like to do that on shot plays, is give you as much protection as possible. So you're going to have the ability to go over the top. So this is something, like we said, is in the guide. We do have that available for you now. It's going to be, typically what we do is about 16 to 20 setups that we have for each guide, beating all coverages, beating, cover 2 over the top, beating, different coverages like cover 3 over the top. Things like that to give you some opportunities to not only dink and dunk your way down the field and have success that way, but give you some one-play scores that you can mix in when you can. I want to say thank you for everybody that has watched this video all the way to the end. We do appreciate your support. If you got something useful out of this video, go ahead and hit that like button. It does really help us grow our channel. If you're new to our channel and haven't seen one of the videos that are on your screen right now, go ahead and check it out for some great Madden content. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button.